Hi everybody, Teacher Maria is here. So this video are about some ways how you can respond to the question, why are you learning English? Okay, the first one is, I love the culture and the people who speak the language. Okay, thank you. Actually, maybe choose or which know which culture or which kind of English you are the most interested in. So the next one is I love traveling. Okay, you are the kind of person who wants to go to many different countries and you want to able to speak to the people in those countries. Presumably English speaking countries. You can say I love traveling. Okay? The third one is I want to open my mind and become more international. If you live in a country where the culture, there's maybe just your home country's language only and just your home country's culture only, and there's not a lot of mixing as there is, for example, here in Thailand, maybe use this phrase with your co-worker friends, with your family member, to say I want to maybe change my mindset a little bit. I want to explore things beyond this culture, beyond this language, our language here. Fourth is I want to understand my favorite songs, movies, and TV shows. Okay, the next reason is I want to understand my favorite songs, movies, and TV shows. This is a really popular reason for learning another language. I think not just English, but if there is a TV show, a movie that you really like and you want to understand it and enjoy it on another level, you can try to understand it in the language that the movie is presented. In this case, in English. I think it's a really fun motivation for learning another language, the watching movies. The fifth one is the language is useful for my job. If you're kind of person or if you have the kind of job that requires you to speak to people from other countries, English might be really useful for you. So you can say the language is useful for my job, or I need English for my work, something like that. The sixth is I'm learning the language to impress someone. This could have many different meanings. Maybe it means you are interested romantically in someone and you want to impress them. Maybe that person is a native speaker of English and you think, oh, I want to learn English to impress that guy, that girl. Fine, okay, great. Honestly, that's a really good motivation for learning another language, is wanting to be able to speak fluently to that person in that language, right? Like that being said, I don't know that I would say I'm learning the language to impress someone for me personally, but for the others, maybe yes. Seventh, I live next to a country speaking that language. Maybe you share borders with an English speaking country. You need to learn English. It's been very useful for you, okay, and so very fun. The number eight is I want to speak to my partner's family in their language. So maybe you and your partner share a common language and you can communicate together. But maybe your partner's family does not have that same common language as you. You maybe decide I want to learn some of the language so I can communicate with my partner's family. That might be a good reason to study. So supposed to be your partner's family or came from United States, and your partners is also an Americans, and you are a Thai citizen. So you must speak to your partner's family. Okay, so you need to practice your communication skills. So on that way, you can talk to them easily. So let's go to number 9. It's part of my university studies. Okay, so this one is for those students. If it's part of your university course or if you're required to learn a language in your university or high school, other school, you can say it's part of my university studies, or I have to take a language. That's a phrase that we use in your college or in your school. I think I have to take a language. Don't forget that I have to take a language, or I have to take English for 2 years, 4 years, something like that. Next, I just love learning languages. The next expression and the last one is very positive. It was just, I love learning languages. I just love learning languages. Maybe you're the type of person who just really, really interested, and you can say, I just love learning languages. I think it's really interesting. I mean, that's a cool reason to study English. So it's very useful to have a communication skills. And also, you can land, it's very possible that you can land and get a good job when you have a good communication skills. Okay, so those are the words that you can answer why are you learning English. Okay, so until the next video, see you.